Yo, it's TG Ice back with another banger. Let's get right into it. Make sure to check out my clothing brand, readytheapparel.com. Our story, not his story. And like, comment, subscribe. Definitely let me know what y'all think in these comments because we finna get into some deep stuff. Let me open this up and let me see. Can I make this bigger? All right, and let's get right into it. So check this out. This is Geomancy. Make sure y'all check out his page, man. Geomancy. He got some real interesting content. This is logo. Um, he got some real deep content. The maps, the old maps, and you just gotta know that this stuff is in your own backyard. Like these old world buildings. Star Forest, very interesting. These old world buildings, all you gotta do is go downtown wherever you at, and you will see.
I just go investigate. I can't draw conclusions.
You'll see the old world, and they'll give you a story. But
We're going to go a little deeper into this building that I brought up in a previous video, this Philadelphia Public Library Spring Garden branch, donated by none other than Andrew Carnegie as part of his 2,509 libraries that he had a hand in creating in 46 years.
2,509 libraries, information, knowledge. And I found one recently close to where I'm at. I'm gonna make another video where I show y'all pictures of it because they're doing construction on it right now, repurposing it as like a museum or something. And like at first glance, it looked like it's just like one or two stories like this one. But then it's like that's on the main street. But when you go on the side street where I'm at, it's a hill and it go down. And on the backside, it's like at least 4 to 5 stories that you can see going down on a building. So it's just like you just gotta know. Go downtown and you're gonna see it for yourself. This is a telltale sign.
I've already mentioned
these windows and little doors at the bottom that let you know it's more underground. The windows, when they're real low like this, that lets you know that it's going deeper underground. It's just covered up with dirt. Because why is it dirt roads? But these, where the foundation? Like how they get the material in on a dirt road. This road look a little better, but a lot of them roads is like dirt roads on them old ass pictures.
The library, I passed this park, and this park happened to be called Baldwin Park. I noticed it could.
Look at this. And they did all this in the 1800s before power tools. Okay.
Cathedral, not too far, that I have visited. Not too shabby.
Right, 1800s.
Anyway, at the park, we find all these different formations in honor of Baldwin, whoever this figure is. Well, he's a locomotive entrepreneur who started the Baldwin Locomotive Works. And I found, not too far from this park, a abandoned railway that seems to lead to tunnels underneath of the city. Interesting. But this park is about 2 blocks away from the Carnegie Library. On the way to the Carnegie Library, I passed this church. Church or machine or whatever we're calling these things these days. Some form of technology. So here's the location of the library in or around 1907 when it was said to have been created. And this is what we have in its location today, the Community College of Philadelphia. Even though that building's not too special, in the area we have some pretty cool, notable buildings. Again, our favorite feature right there.
Stonework, built to perfection in the 1800s before power tools. America was just founded at the end of the 1700s, according to their narrative. All these great fires hit after all the Indian and cowboy shit. Like, it's man. Think for yourself. Don't let them think for you. Like, they gave us a narrative in school growing up, indoctrinated us, but think for yourself. I hope you don't mind.
And that building is located right next to where this Carnegie.
Look at that shit. And my bad, I'm smashing on these chips. You wouldn't even believe I just recorded this whole video. And that's why I keep going back to check, because I just recorded this whole video and it didn't even record. So I'm like, damn, I gotta record it all over again. I was trying to go back. I'm just gonna keep it moving.
Is located right next to where this.
You need to see this shit. Like, look at this shit. Pillars in the air and shit. Next to this, it's like, man, it's crazy.
Carnegie Library was. I wonder if it was there originally. Here's a close-up. Formerly housed the United States Mint. Interesting building and placement. Across the street is Masterman High School, which is one of the best high schools in America, apparently.
Look at this high school with pillars on it. Like, they was going crazy for this high school. I would imagine, but I don't know. I do wonder what these buildings was, because
also located in a nice building.
More pillars, like that tech at the top. What is that for? Because we know that's not for Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi you can plug in and shit. I've never seen them put no antenna on. Maybe then, I mean, is it old world tech? Is it new world tech? But you see it in all the old world pictures and stuff too, though.
And in the neighborhood, we have these homes clearly suitable for beings at least 8-10 feet tall. And we find windows buried in the ground, as we'd expect. Refacading, refinishing to suit the current people. But this last one coming up, this last one is the John B. Stetson House. If you don't know who he is, he's the creator of the cowboy hat. And he created that allegedly in the 1860s in Philadelphia. Looks like he picked a nice reset mansion. Okay, here's an extra bonus. This is just deeper for people that are like me that want to know more and connect more dots. And I could use help with this part because this is all up in the air. But I've already been talking about cities being electrical and laid out like grids, right? Well, I've mentioned how cathedrals are cathedrals, right? We see that these cathedrals all over the place seem to be much more powerful and have to do with energy than meets the eye. I stumbled upon cathode ray tubes and this technology. If you forget, cathode ray tubes, basically an old way of displaying images back in the day on TVs. Before we have this liquid crystals, this is how it was. But I think this technology goes deeper in other ways, because looking at these basic diagrams of...
Look at this shit. And he about to go deeper into it. And I'm like, we about to break it down. But look at it. I mean, I ain't even gotta say it, but you see it. The cathode ray. Ooh, we finna get into
of how the technology works, what do we see? We see this really interesting symbol, the cross patty. And this symbol is all over the place, in high places, right? So what does this really have to do? Cathedrals, cathodes, what do the words even mean? Well, cathedral, I'm not going to read the definition because we know what a cathedral is, but here's where it stems from. It stems from late Latin cathedralis, from cathedra, from the Greek cathedra. And what it means is seat or throne. For cathode, we have the negatively charged electrode by which electrons enter an electrical device, the opposite of an anode. We also have the positively charged electrode of an electrical device, such as a primary cell that supplies current. So basically, we have a flow of energy in and out. And it comes from the Greek kathodos, way down. I think this is interesting because with cathedrals, what do we find?
Boom. I'm gonna let him say his part, but I'm jumping on the part he don't speak on. I'm gonna have to do this so you can see it. So this shit recording. Okay. Yes, geomancy. Any relation? Definitely. Let's break it down. Okay. This the part that wasn't touched, that she ain't touch on in his video. Okay, so the cathedralis, cathedra, they spell them different, and so they a little different. They do have similarities, but the real thing is this right here that he didn't speak on. Catholicos, cathodos. Okay. Cataholos, cathodos. Catahodos, cataholos. You see that? One letter off. But over here, kata mean in respect of, or over here, kata mean down. Now they probably gonna say this dash got something to do with it, but you don't be like kata down. Kata dash. Like no, it say kata holos. Kata holos. So Catholic, cathode, cathode, Catholic. It's getting deep, man. It's getting deep.
We find these beings that seem to be charged up and have crowns. Okay? And crowns, when we look at crowns, we see this symbol that we see in the cathode. Could it be that this symbol, what it truly means or what it does at some level,
it's on the top of the crown,
is project, and that's why it's up at the top at the crown? Perhaps. These things are pretty nice, right? I wouldn't mind one. Oh, snap. Look, I got one. Just kidding. So this is why I told you to pay attention in the beginning. This is a pretty controversial coin, and I don't even want to get into it deeply, but this image is said to be Queen Charlotte's son, George IV. Not looking like what I showed you at the beginning, right? But you could see him wearing this crown with plumes and the symbol, the words, "I serve."
All right, man. Let's get deep. My fault. I'm gonna go ahead and look. Check this out. This particular video, fuel in the ancient grid, geomancy, right? Geo man, see. Check him out. He got a lot of good videos. A lot of good videos. I know he's coming with some more. All right, so over here, I want to show you this page too, though. My lunch break. He got a lot of good videos too on the ancient buildings, old world stuff. East Coast, St. Louis, tunnels, Wisconsin, the 1800 timeline, secret symbols, all the star forests, all the fires, Champaign, Illinois, Detroit, Michigan, Budapest, Pasadena, California, Egypt, Illinois, Richmond, Virginia. You see what it say? His story, not ours. No, it's our story, not his story. Make sure y'all go check out heredityapparel.com and check us out. Go ahead and cop something. Grab you something nice and just embrace your own heritage. You know what I'm saying? It's our story. It's not his story. They making up stories. Like we get into the truth, to the real thing. What's up with all these star forts? Star fort cities and everything. Giant mountains, 1800 timeline reset. We're gonna check this one out. And this one. Who built the U.S. Capitol buildings? You got to see this one. Like, I'm gonna show you this one actually. I'm gonna show you this one right now. Old World Scouting, suburban Chicago is ancient. Again, just check this out, man. My lunch break, geomancy. I'm gonna be making some more videos about it, about this topic. These old world buildings, just 1800 reset. But I also I'm gonna be making some more. I got some videos I'm working on too about the sun and the moon, because it's actually a lot of crazy stuff that be.
I was taking.
If you be looking, it's a lot of crazy stuff, and I be catching it on video and on and I be taking pictures. Not only old world, I'm gonna show y'all the pictures and stuff of the old world buildings around me, but also I'll be taking pictures of the sun, and like even right now the moon's shining bright as hell. It's like the moon be shining so bright it damn near look light behind it. Like the sky damn near is like like the sunset blue. It ain't even like, it's crazy. And of course some clouds gonna cover it up. I'm talking for y'all. I'm trying to take the picture real quick for them clouds cover it up. I'm gonna start this video.
Exactly the same. If they all have a different architect, right? All right, here we are at the Texas State Capitol. The Capitol was made in 1988. It was constructed largely by a bunch of convicts or migrant workers. There's a bunch of convicts building this. This only took 6 years and 10 months to build. This only took 6 years and 10 months to build. Did they have power tools?
According to them, man, the slaves, the convicts, boy, they was working like they was gonna be getting their freedom. They like, you gotta build this to perfection, and then we'll let you go free. I was like, all right, bet. For real though, convicts and migrant workers was, man, all right.
In 1885? No, they did not. That didn't come until 1895. So 10 years before the power tool, they were able to construct this with convicts. Yeah, give me a break. All right, so here we are with the Mississippi State Capitol. And the history of it says that there were 14 architects that submitted plans in response to the architectural contest and advertised through newspapers. Okay, so there was a contest to see who would make sure that this thing was going to get built. And a bunch of architects, 14 of them, submitted plans. And of course, they picked the winner. And they chose Theodore C. Link of St. Louis, Missouri. He won the contest. Obviously, this is going to look different than all the other ones because it's a contest, right? So let's take a look at it. Of course it will. Let's reveal what it looks like. Oh, nope. It's exactly the same. I don't know how that works, but we run a contest with 14 people, and this guy just draws up this exact same structure that we're looking at all over the United States.
Okay, here we are with the Arkansas State Capitol. And let's see who built this. Oh, it was a bunch of prisoners. Prisoners know how to build Tartarian buildings, I guess. Yeah.
Do I even gotta say it, y'all? Do I even gotta say it? Boy, they acting like if you build this to perfection in a good 3 years, 3 years or less, because that 6 years was a long time for them in the 1800s. Boy, they was building buildings in 9 months to 3 years. They built to perfection, slaves and migrant workers. They were getting their freedom papers after that build.
Why is this lady walking home? Why didn't she just take her car home? She's got this amazing building. Surely they have cars. Oh, okay. I guess they don't.
Okay, so here we are at the Florida State Capitol. And let's scroll in and up. There it is. Yep. They tore down the original. Okay, so here we are at the Minnesota State Capitol. They had a competition. There was 41 people that submitted their design, and I don't know why they have 41 people submitting a design when they're all exactly the same. So let's see if it's any different. And no, it's exactly the same as all the other ones. The Montana State Capitol. And in this one, they had 2 competitions. Okay, right off the bat. A design competition for a building that was conducted in 1896. So they wanted to do a competition. The winner was this guy. He won. A year later, they said that too much money. So they're going to do another competition, of course. So they have 2 competitions to find out who's going to do this. The second one was won by Charles Bell. I wonder if they built anything different than all the other state capitals. I wonder why it would matter whether this guy won or this guy. Does it matter? Because they all look exactly the same. Here's a picture of the winning competition design. Okay. And there's the picture of it. So it looks exactly like all of the other ones. So this guy's design, George Mann, didn't win, but Arkansas is allowing him to use his design down here. So Arkansas and Montana better not look exactly the same. Let's see. Here's Montana. Let's see Arkansas. Oh, it is literally identical. Oh, here's the competition. Another competition to see who was going to design this thing. It was rejected, and another contest was started. Why do you need competitions if they all look the same? Let's see how it looks. I'm sure it'll look a little bit different. Oh, same thing. And the Utah scriptwriter got a little carried away, in my opinion. This is the best of them all. Supposedly, they had 24 architecture firms compete to see who was going to be the best design and the winner. Some firms didn't want to compete because the pay wasn't high enough. So then it was down to the final 8 firms. Utah gave them 5 months to get these designs turned in. After a bunch of nonsense, which you can read here for yourself, they finally got it down to the final 2, or you could say the championship. The committee finally took a vote and picked someone by a nail biter, 4-3 in the votes. And Amazing. Just amazing. Nail biter. I think this sounds like the storyteller might have been drinking that night and been laughing having us read this. Okay, so after all of this, the Capitol building better friggin' look like something better than all the other ones. All right, let's take a look at it. Oh, there it is. Oh, looks exactly the frickin' same as all the other ones. Now, in my opinion, these buildings are all too important to the controllers to knock down. So they have to simply keep them. They have to add them to the narrative and pretend like they were just built. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. Subscribe, like.
Yeah, because it's definitely something about the dome. They always gotta have that top piece on point, and this little part to support the dome. On every one of them, there's something about that dome. And really, what he's getting at is with these videos is that these were old world structures. These structures been here before the 1800s. They just repurposing them. They using them, like they took over, recreated the timeline, and took over all the buildings. They kept the ones they wanted to keep for themselves, the Capitol building, the courthouse, whatever. Repurposed it. And then you'll see with this other video, I'm going to show you real quick. They repurposed it. And then the ones they didn't want, excuse me, the ones they didn't want, they destroyed.
Today I want to cover the Great Fires. Let's jump right in. We've all heard of the 1871 Chicago fire, about how the cow tipped over the candle and burned everything down. They even named their soccer team after it, so we've all seen it. The Chicago.
That's crazy because I didn't even think about that. The Chicago Fire, they named the soccer team after it. And then, like, everything was made of stone, but then that lady was in a barn. The cow knocked over the thing and burnt the whole city down. All these stone structures. That looked like it was bombs going off. With everybody running. Not just the fire from the barn way back beyond the picture site. And again, this is somebody depiction. Where is this person at? You see all these buildings destroyed. These don't look like no fire. The fire is still going over here. Fire going over there. This look like destruction. This don't look like no damn fucking cow knocked some shit over. Motherfuckers couldn't stop it from. And this look like bomb shit right here. These people running for their life. Bomb shit over here. My question is, what building is this motherfucker in? Right next to this building, they comfortable enough to say, "Oh, okay." Like, what's the fuck really going on? Is there anything in the sky? Because man, look, this picture, and this says Chicago History Museum. Who? Okay, but that's the whole thing. This is a narrative. Nobody ever think about that. I ain't never. But think about it. Think for yourself. Think for yourself. I'm just offering information. This is their picture, Chicago History Museum. I'm just saying, do this look like just a fire? Or, I mean, do this look like just a fire? It's over here still, but it's way down here. It already destroyed all this. It's still catching up on this side. People running for their lives. They running towards more fire. Or was it bombs? Can't really tell what's going on back here.
Fire.
Let me know in the comments down below, y'all.
Well, one or even two fires isn't very convincing. Fires happen, right? But the Chicago fire was the only city that burned down, right? Wait. Boston burned down a year later after Chicago? Okay, well, that's two fires. Big deal. Like I said, two fires is nothing. Accidents happen. Cows tip over candles and burn everything down once in a while, right?
It was the 1800s. What do you expect? Everything is going to burn down. They didn't have water. Okay, maybe they did have water, but they didn't know how to use it to put out a candle. Well, it is kind of weird. They knew how to build these incredible structures, but didn't know how to put out a fire. Well, whatever. Let's continue. Oh, what? You're telling me that Seattle burned down in 1889? New York had a Great Fire in 1835. What? Pittsburgh had a Great Fire too? 1845? No way. Portland? 1866. San Francisco? 1851? Destroyed as much as 3/4 of San Francisco? Are you joking? What the heck? Okay, well, that is kind of a lot, but who knows? Could be a coincidence, right? Well, why don't we just keep going until it's not a coincidence anymore? Let's do it. Dayton, 1882. The fire burns blocks of downtown Dayton. Guess we'll never see that again. Thanks a lot.
Downtown. Go to your local downtown. Take some pictures. Take some video. Send them to me. TGE, $E at gmail.com. I want to see them. I'll post them for sure.
St. Louis, Great Fire, 1849. Milwaukee, Great Fire, 1892. More than 440 buildings burned down. Charleston, 1861. What caused it? Cook Fire, lighting this whole city up on fire. It burned over 540 acres. You kidding me? Richmond, 1811. A theater fire. Burning everything down. Portsmouth, 1813. Destroyed 500 buildings. Wow. Galveston, 1885. Burned hundreds of homes across 40 city blocks. Who knows what kind of buildings were in here? Who knows what kind of structures we could have seen, but they burned down.
Where did they blow up?
Atlanta Great Fire, 1917. Let's get Toronto involved in 1904. Destroyed a large section of downtown Toronto. 1904. Gone. Gone forever. Troy, 1862. Gone. Dallas, Texas, 1860. A fire consumed Dallas. Let's stick with Texas. And of course, Houston in 1912 was burned down. Blaze traveled more than a mile and a half. All of it is gone. Phoenix, 1916. It was caused by a spark from a generator, and the city's gone.
A spark. A spark burned down stone structures. That don't look like no motherfucking spark. That look like motherfucking bombs. Also, they spark up every day, right? They sell lighters at the stove. Fuck is you talking about? A spark? What type of spark burning down towns? Because motherfuckers spark up every day. So, like, man, think for yourself.
Just destroyed because of another fire. No way did Philadelphia burn down, too. Yep, it did. This one is the craziest of them all. It was caused by a lighter that was found near a tree. Give me a break. It's basically every single major city. I think you guys get the point. It is every single major city in the USA and even Canada. Yet we only really hear about the one, which is Chicago. Why is that? Can we all agree that all of these major cities burning to the ground and destroying all of the stone buildings along the way in a time frame of about 80 years is a little odd? I could be wrong, but I think it may be time that we just agree the controllers destroyed these cities and the ancient buildings that were there. Not some children's story that a cow tipped over the candle and burned down the entire city. Let's get a little deeper. Ellis Island officially opened as an immigration station January 1st, 1892. 1892, on the money, New Year's Day. They began bringing these people over from Europe, basically saying to us, hey everyone, come on over now. Everything is safe to look at now after we burned everything down. Okay, so they burned things down for like a whole century. And then right after that, they say, all right, guys, come on over. You know, it's safe, basically. Incredible. And for a little bonus, I just wanted to throw in this Star Fort.
This shit is raw. They be doing, man. They was making intricate, huge structures. Like they built it all the way. Look at this. Look at this detail. They built it all the way into the mountain. Like, look at this detail. Like these extra indentations and outer ones. Like, and these go in the directions. And the deepest part is these align with other structures in other cities. Like, if you map this out, like make a line and just follow it, you're gonna find another either Star Fort or like an ancient city, ancient buildings. You're gonna land on the Capitol building or something. Like, it's crazy. And maybe you don't think so deep about it, but that's what I'm saying. Motherfuckers need to think. People ain't thinking now, they just letting the media think. But it's like, bro, you gotta, or sis, whatever, you gotta look at this shit and actually open your mind and ask some fucking questions. Like, this shit is deep. But alright, that's pretty much what I was trying to show. Man, there's so much more. I'm working on some more videos. I got a lot more information I need to share. Like I said, regarding the sun and the moon, these old world buildings around where I'm at, in the Chicagoland area. Like I said, go check this out when you got some time. Geomancy. And yeah, man, I appreciate y'all rocking with me. Like I said, it's my second time recording a video, so I'm just like, I'm tweaking off that, like, cause I just recorded the entire video and then I have to re-record it again, watch the videos again, react again. So it's just like, man, but the main message is we need unity. We need to come together, us as the people, like you and I, TY. You and I, thank you. Like UNITY, you and I, thank you. Like you could have been anywhere. I'm happy that you came through. I'm here to take the chains off your brain that enslave you. Ice. So fuck with me. Check me out. Clothing brand, heredityapparel.com. Check it out. Copy something nice. You know what I'm saying? For yourself or for the family. You know what I'm saying? Embrace your heritage and the clothing. And because that's what it's all about. It's like, it's our story, not his story. His story, they telling us anything and want us to believe it. They telling us they just throwing these buildings up in the 1800s before power tools. Like it wasn't nothing. They was all master masons. They was all master builders. But like, nah, I don't think so. It's like, you got to think for yourself and really open your mind and say, damn, because it's just so much more in this world that's going on that they want you to be asleep and they want you to not pay attention to it. Like, they want you to just be deceived and be okay with it. Don't resist. You know what I'm saying? Just obey. And nobody find it strange that all of a sudden it's this big ass clothing brand called Obey. Really? Not subliminal though, huh? No, that's right in your face, direct. Obey. And they made it cool. They had motherfuckers spending $60, $100 for a shirt to say Obey. So, man, let's get to it. This was my little research on the old world buildings and 1800 reset. And then we threw some extra stuff in there too about the cathedrals and stuff. It was some more stuff I wanted to show y'all, but they threw me off, man. I recorded and re-recorded. So I'm gonna just be back with another banger. So don't even worry about it. Just stay tuned. I'm gonna get with y'all though. All right. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Definitely comment. I'm trying to see what y'all thinking of the material. And if you got some places that you think I should like research, drop that in the comments. And like I said, you can send emails or pictures to TGEI $E at gmail.com. And the $ is spelled out. So DOLLARSINESIGN. Hey, fuck it. It's all spells anyway. We just spelling words. It is what it is. TGEI $E. Fight with me.